Hey everybody, it's RivetDead here, and
Snarkfish once again.
We are going over another list for you here today. We are bringing you the green perspective.
The green perspective, as always,
on the
8 best guns for zombie survival during the zombie apocalypse, as it were to be known, from gunsandammo.com. Actually, a pretty prestigious name in in gun news and gun culture on the internet and in print, obviously. So maybe it'll be a little bit better than bullshit. Hopefully.
Now, here's the thing, what this is telling me here, Snarkfish.
Props to Guns and Ammo, though, regardless of what I decide to say.
What you're telling me here, Snarkfish, is that if I had 8 arms and hands, that Guns and Ammo says that I should be wielding all of these in the zombie apocalypse.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, there may be some variations. For example, I don't know if there's. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to go ahead and get a vehicle-mounted minigun or a vehicle-mounted 50 caliber machine gun, Browning
those
style.
are illegal, by the way.
Don't do it.
Military.
Or unless
we do everything legal.
Unless the world's in a state of anarchy and law is no longer really relevant, then.
So pretty much, we'll fall back to these 8 guns, and that's of course if
according to
these guns right here
aren't enough to take care of it.
Zombie
these
horde.
Guns.
All right, so all right, starting here, it is the Remington 870.
Now, RivetDead, give the people a chance. Go down here. If you don't have it already, check out the link. And, all right, and with that, let's continue. All right, so, like RivetDead said, Remington 870 shotgun pump action. What do you think?
Well, as far as shotguns go, I like Remington. It would be number 2 on my list for shotguns, and it actually says here it's number 2 on their list for shotguns as well, but it looks like number 8 total on the countdown.
Does look that way.
Now, it does do consistent buckshot patterns out to a very useful distance, Snarkfish.
That's true.
Now, plus,
I'm sorry. Now, just for our viewers, in a zombie survival situation, would you recommend buckshot or slugs?
Buckshot.
Buckshot.
Definitely. And the reasoning, the reasoning behind that is when you have multiple projectiles going towards a large group of threat at a human level, if you will. A buckshot can go into this skull, a buckshot can go into that skull, into the skull behind, into the 3 skull behinds, and then you're taking out 5 to 6 at a time.
Shoot for the head.
Depending on the shot, yeah.
Double tap. Don't get lazy.
That is the best. But the shotgun is I would say, the noob weapon for zombie apocalypse.
It's better than nothing, and your grandpa's got at least a few of them in his basement, so check it out.
Maybe not some of these babies, but at least a couple shotguns.
That's right. That's right.
I want to meet that grandpa that has a few of these in his basement.
And there's a lot of different calibers, so make sure you match it up, get it right, or you're just going to have that shit blow up in your face.
Once again,
you're going to get eaten.
Guns and Ammo.
It's going to be a bad day.
Says that this is ranked 8.
8 out of 8.
It's nice. It's a good gun.
Bottom of the list.
Right. So let's go ahead and move up the list one spot to number 7.
All right. So it looks like we have the Browning Auto 5.
Ooh. Just take in that name. Say it again.
The Browning Auto 5.
Okay. So first of all, it's a Browning. Amazing. Auto. Better than manual.
You're gonna need it. It's something you're gonna need.
Right. So
because you don't have time for shit to be manual. It's got to be just off the cuff, destroying shit, saving your ass.
So on the Guns and Ammo website, it says the premier shotgun for me would be the Browning Auto 5. In a couple of decades of gunsmithing, I lost count of the Remington 1100s that came in needing work. But the A5s, it took real talent to screw one of them up. Enough to make it stop working, at least. And yes, Virginia, you can get magazine extension tubes for the A5. So you can even hold more rounds in this. Beautiful, beautiful. Browning, as far as shotguns go.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
It's definitely something that you don't see every day, but honestly, if you can stock up now and get ready, I wouldn't, I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind getting something like this in my arsenal. It would be, it'd be something definitely be able to find a lot of ammunition for, and it looks pretty versatile, pretty simple. All that's important in a survival situation, because if it can go wrong, it will. You got to count for that.
Very true. Very true. So that's ranked number 7 on the Guns and Ammo website. We are moving up one more to the number 6 spot. All right, Snarkfish. I know that this one is a baby of yours that you love fanatically.
This
so go on.
Is, oh my gosh. All right, so Class 3 weapons license. I would pay the money, the fees, and give my name to the government with that information to say that I have the ability to have automatic weapons, not for the purpose of hurting anyone, just because they're cool as fuck. Period. Anyway, and
and I don't think you should have to give it anything to the government. I think if you're a law-abiding citizen and you want a rifle or a handgun, you should be able to buy one. Anyways, sir, back to the amazing.
But the point here is this is not a rifle or a handgun, sir. This is the FN PS90 or the P90. This is a urban warfare sub-compact machine gun with a bullpup design. That means that
quite beautiful.
That means that the firing pin and everything is actually that the magazine actually sits to the rear of the gun to allow a longer barrel in a very small platform, which allows SEALs and all the good people hopefully to be
protected. Not coming after us. No, so nobody's here. Anyways, continue.
So, anyway, with the negligible recoil for the P90, in that kind of a situation, if you can find the 5.7 by 28 rounds, you will have a good time with your survival. Not only will you survive, you'll survive in style, and you'll enjoy the hell out of it, too. And you'll save your family and friends. It'll be great.
So why this is number 1 on Snarkfish's list, it is not number 1 on Guns and Ammos. It got 6 out of 8. So, we're progressing. We're moving up to number 5.
That's true.
The Henry Big Boy.
It's the big boy.
Alright, so zombies are probably the last thing the cowboys and frontiersmen had in mind while carrying this classic. But the Henry Big Boy in 44 Magnum, 45 Colt, 357 Magnum is another excellent choice. The 357 takes precedent over other calibers, however, offering a softer shooting while you pop some zombie skulls. This thing looks amazing. What do you think of this, Snarkfish? The gun, the big Henry.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I wanted to introduce a guest star on our show today. Her name is Tuxie. She's very shy, and honestly, she doesn't really have a whole lot of indomitable interests, I suppose I should say. But you know what? I hear she slept with the director, and she got on the show anyway. So there she is, Tuxie.
So
the Henry Big Boy. I mean, if you can have a cartridge fed long rifle like this with with lever action. I mean, it's simple, which is important. It's something. Of course, a Henry Big Boy. Of course, in the zombie apocalypse, you might be able to find one. But just FYI, if you don't already have one and you want to pick one up before Patient Zero happens, you're going to be looking at about 50 G's.
I agree. They are not cheap, to say the least. So that's maybe why it's number 5. For me, it wouldn't even be on the list because while its awesomeness is totally there, the likelihood of coming across one with the ammo that you would need to survive in a zombie apocalypse is very doubtful. So we're going to move up to number 4 on the list. This one is a pretty stylish gun for its time, anyways.
Well, sir, RivetDead, I want to stop you there because you know what? From a standpoint of style, I think this gun is lacking unless you're like us, and you know that less is more. With this Smith & Wesson piece, it's going to be It looks like it's going to be half polymer, half polymer frame, like a lot of newer weapons are these days. And this is says it's a Model 59, but it actually resembles a 1911 model. Don't you think so, RivetDead? With the
well, I mean, it's
cocking plate.
actually, I have had the privilege of holding one of these Snarkfish, and the only really polymer plastic bits you have to worry about it are going to be on the grips on there. The rest of it is steel, as far as I can tell. I mean, and now on here on Guns and Ammo, they said it was his second choice for handguns.
This is the 9mm,
and he said that would be any of the Smith & Wesson Model 59 series of 9mm. Again, 9mm, they are common ammo, huge supply of magazines, and easy to use. Just remember the 59, its
not
successors.
Product placement, just thirsty.
His successors have a they have a slide mounting safety. Don't get caught with your lever down when the undead come out to play, though. Like I said, it's number 4 on my list. It'd probably be closer to number 7 when it comes to handguns. So, but yeah, that's just my view on this. So, go ahead, Snarkfish.
Oh yeah, everything you said and more, RivetDead. Thank you so much for that in-depth argument toward purchasing that Smith & Wesson Model 59 9mm.
So we're moving up to 3.
Number 3.
Oh, this is beautiful. Now, people, when you go to the website, take a look at number 3, because number 3, it's gun porn. This is gun porn right here.
Is that a triple stacked magazine?
Yes, I believe that is actually a triple stacked magazine.
You go to a gun store, they're gonna be like, you got single or double. That's it. But that is not all. Folks, customers, we have an AR-15 with a very, very nicely made and very likely illegal in many states magazine on there in which it looks like
it does look like it holds just a little more than 10.
It's that big, but it looks like it might hold a full 30 rounds.
I'm just saying that this AR-15 is very nice. I just want to read what he has to say here from Guns and Ammo, because I think that the articulation of this is well put. What else but an AR-15? Not the M16, not the M4, and unless you're very disciplined about keeping the selector on semi instead of giggle, especially if you're faced with a street team full of zombies. Don't want to be wasting ammo, making noise instead of composing the zombies. You want one lightweight, handy, durable, and with a light on it. No oddball calibers. Sorry, fans of the 6.5 Grendel or .300 Blackout. But this one will take plenty of 223 and NATO 5.56. Plentiful ammo when you are considering this. I think it's brilliant. I think it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
And
now, I mean, in the zombie apocalypse, you have to imagine.
Imagine, if you will.
Leave, if you will. If you ended up at a military checkpoint, I mean, I'm not saying you're going to have to deal with the military, besides looting their bodies. Zombie apocalypse, it's going to be bad. So, 5.56 rounds, very plentiful in that environment. So, I mean, in a general urban environment, even with the National Guard called in, you're going to have access to this ammunition.
Just a scenario for you. Say a small group of National Guard units and a couple armored personnel carriers and Humvees were stopped in a certain location, and some strange dude with his motley crew of ragtag guys with guns and AK-47s come rolling up, and he's saying, "Hey, I'm the governor of this city." And all of a sudden he slaughters all those guys because he doesn't want them poking around his little village that he made up to keep all the zombies out. Well, you happen to stumble across that. And there you go. You pick one of these things up, you unload into that zombie, good to go. All right, and that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to number 2 in the countdown.
Respawn.
Go ahead and take this one, Snark.
Ooh.
So I'm going to take this one.
The Marlin 1894 CB. Wow. Looks like we've got a lever action cartridge rifle in 44 Magnum. Says it's going to make a world of difference over the same model in a 32 H&R Magnum cartridge. Besides taking more common ammo, the Marlin in 44 will do wonders against fast-moving zombies, allowing you to anchor the flesh eaters with some pelvic or thigh shots. Screw it, blow their hips out. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to kill them, but motherfucker ain't going to be coming after you with one leg, at least not real quick.
True that.
I mean,
True for the arm.
you've seen Walking Dead, I mean, you've seen... So.
But we're not saying that it might even be those types of zombies. You might get those fast, crazed up, jacked up crackhead zombies that are coming after you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you never know what kind of zombies it will be, depending on what our government decides to make. So, now, with that being said, we're going to move up to the number 1 spot.
Except for this, we got. I mean, come on. Honestly, let's say. I mean, do we like it?
Oh, the Marlin? I think it's nice.
I mean,
I don't think it's practical, but I think it's nice.
Right. The lever action. I mean, realistically, I mean, I guess it's going to depend on your situation. Because if you're in an urban area, you're going to need a lot more rounds in your magazine. Sorry. Stark realizations, right there. You know, I mean,
would that be Stark or Snark?
Stark realizations. Right there. But with a smaller magazine, you're going to have to reload more, which means you're not pumping out rounds, which means you're not lowering the amount of zombies around you.
Not
very
good.
quickly.
Not good.
It's not good for living. It's good for dying, good for decaying, and all that good shit. But
trust me, you're not a Klingon. It's not a good day to die.
And the day is not yet over.
All right, go.
All right.
I got nerdy real quick.
Nerdy, man. All right, man. We're gonna go up to the number 1, best of the best, without a doubt, the best weapon on Guns and Ammo's list, and quite honestly, I think mine too. What do you think, RivetDead? I mean, I think this one is your baby here.
You know what? Before I begin to talk about this, before we say another word about this, I personally need to get more green for this.
You know what? This might help my green perspective. Give us a second.
Okay. Good. Are you good, Snark?
Oh, quite good, sir.
Okay, so without a doubt, on my list, my number 1, this gun. This gun right here. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, it's ugly. Oh, it's made of plastic. Oh, it's polymer.
And for the people who don't have the picture up, can we guess what they're talking about?
It's the Glock 17.
The Glock.
Okay? It is amazing. It is a piece of mastery artwork when it comes to
German engineering. Where's the German? Austria.
When it comes to
Austria.
The design, the concept of this pistol, of this semi-automatic pistol.
So simple.
Without a doubt, the Glock 17 tops all lists, and it should. It does on Guns and Ammo, and it does on mine. It is dead simple to use. You can put the Unstoppable dead back in the ground. Especially if you are using the 9mm on this, you have 17 rounds of 9mm ammunition. Or you can, keep getting the extended clips and poof, there you go. It's just that simple. It really is a point-and-click device. So, I mean, you can train your family on it in 10 minutes. All right, all you have to do is go, here, little Timmy, here's the Glock. Go ahead, shoot the zombie, little Timmy, go. And he'll go, pew, pew, pew. It doesn't matter if he misses the first 8 times. You know why? Because he has 17 rounds. And if you get the extended clip for this bad boy, you got 35. 9mm ammo is plentiful as well. So little Snark over here could have his P90, and I could be running around with my Glock. We both got the weapons that we want. We both got the weapons that we're comfortable. And guess what? Ammo. 9mm everywhere. So, now, another one.
I don't want to hear shit about stopping power. It's good enough.
Yeah, I mean, you really want to go up one in stopping power?
Besides, you need to hit the head. Really.
You want to go
Let's
up on
not
the stopping
fuck around.
power if you're worried about stopping power in a post-apocalyptic situation. Because let's be fair. You might not be just going up against zombies. You might be going up against other survivors that, for some reason, don't like the fact that you're also surviving. So, I mean, if it comes to me and Ted Fred from Bumfuckville over there, I'm gonna step in and be like, hey, you have to go. So if you want a little more power, go for the 10mm Glock. Holds 15 rounds, full size.
Sorry. You mean like that's like 9mm, but just a tiny bit bigger, right?
We're talking a 10mm slug with magnum velocity.
So that's like a round like that big.
Right.
10mm.
Now people say, well, 10 millimeters not as plentiful in ammo. You are
More
correct.
powerful.
You are correct in
Much
that.
more powerful.
So if you really want to go up and up,
Bear killing guns.
you go to the Glock 40 cal. 40 cal ammunition is everywhere. Most police stations and law enforcement units in the United States of America carry the 40 cal. So you will have 40 cal ammunition readily available to you. If you need to get into a gun store, what else they sell? Certain Walmarts in America. I mean,
America?
just different places like that. It's also as prominent, not as prominent as 9mm, but it's still very much there.
You'll find it.
And it's durable. I mean, I've seen videos of dudes chucking this thing out of planes, putting it in quickcrete, mud, sand, and still firing it.
It's the AK-47 of pistols.
Exactly.
Don't forget it. I was gonna say, don't stop believing. Don't forget. Don't stop believing.
So, we would like to say thank you very much for paying attention to us and listening to us while we've gone through this list. Once again, you can go to gunsandammo.com, the 8 best guns for zombie killing. And do you have anything else you want to say, Snarkfish?
Don't stop believing, Earth. Thought I was gonna say America. All of you. Don't stop.
And no matter where you are, have a good night, look under the bed, and watch for zombies.
And like, subscribe, all that.